It can start from a night walk, the small one. But actually it's an animation. But this is the subject today. What are we talking about? It's the antelopes, the Africans ones. And this is the largest antelope, called the eland. It's the biggest with the spiral horn and the slow moves. But the other ones are the small, the victims in the nature, but lives in an opening grass plains. The lights sometimes camouflage themselves, but when it's green, the Garanak stand out as well. The impalas, the topis, all this, the waterback, the young, and finally the oryx. These can have a very pretty sharp horns, but also this can go on the ungulate, but with no horns. The females and the males with a big horn, but no horns for the female. Why they got horns? So they can fight and take over females or territories, live in a massive large opening areas. And leopards and cheetah is the main meal. When the sun goes down, everything can change in the savannah, and hence when to wake up again in the morning, it's a new life and the time to display how thin and skinny the adaptation is. The nature of the grass can turn this life into a nightmares when predators arrive, but sometimes hide even themselves, standing on the road looking up and right to see how beautiful these amazing creatures are, and live sometimes on the nature by themselves, but also mix themselves with other large. This is a beautiful, and I have a lot to say about these animals, but let's talk about these antelopes today. We have quite different numbers of antelope in the nature today, but the Thompson gazelles are one of the common one. Easy to see, easy to spot. They are available every time. You can see them in nature displaying their strength and their strength of dancing and jumping, try to get more strength. Why? Because hunting goes by size, small predators and small preys. So these small predators run way faster. Therefore, to make sure the small preys get enough strength, they are always on the move, try to strengthen their limbs and to make sure that when the sun goes down, they are ready to fight and run and take over the savannah so they can see the next day of their life. So from the young age, they always live in a family with a lot of like 10 up to 15 females and one male, live in the opening space. That is because sometimes it's easy for them to spot their predators. Mixing themselves with big preys is because when it comes to the fact of hunting, they cannot become the victim. But the Garanak lives in a bit of a dry area, have the long neck so that it's easy for them to eat on top of the trees. When you come across and see this, it's a bachelor group. They all got horns, so obvious they're all males, and therefore it's hard for them to mate because they need to win, then can join or run to join the female group. And therefore when you try, this is how they strengthen themselves, getting ready to fight so that they can protect or defend the next female group. So this is called a bachelor group, and in nature it's a common thing. These are the cock hartebeest. A lot of them in the Serengeti and some other part of the Tanzania and Africa in general. But still, Thompson occupy 90% of the Savannah Islands today. The Oryx and the Thompson can also live in one geographical area and share one habitat. And the reason why is because their similarities, they're similar in everything, and therefore to share one habitat in nature is a common thing for this type of antelopes or the ungulates. And these are the most common waterbucks. They are always in nature, and the strengthening of their limbs is always an active going journey. They will not stop, even though death it's always there. And sometimes you'll find them only the female group. And the reason why is because maybe the male has been killed. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video, enjoying the oryx. And if you remember these animals, they are always on the Qatar Airlines. So this is the symbol for the countries like Qatar and other dozen areas. A lot of them in the Sahara of Africa and the east part of Africa. Anyway, guys, have a lot to say about these antelopes. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the video, and the next episode is coming. But remember, the eland, the big one, the strongest of the all antelopes.